Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cole, and in today's video we are looking at my LEGO Mazda RX-7 FD MOC. So before we get started, this video is a tutorial video, so you can skip ahead in the video if you want to build this model with the tutorial, or if you'd rather not follow the tutorial, rather look at PDF instructions, I have those at the link in the description below at my website, and you just download them completely for free. So recently on my YouTube channel thingy, I had one of those like YouTube community poll things, I'm not really sure what you call them. But basically, I asked what kind of cars do you guys would like to see more of, and I think like over half of people said JDM or something like that. So I guess they're going to build more JDM cars. So that is what I have done right here with another JDM car. Technically this is a update of an old model, but it's a major update, so I thought I'd make a video about it because a lot of people like the old model, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So the Mazda RX-7 FD is the third generation and the last generation of the Mazda RX-7. Now obviously the Mazda RX-7 started with FB. There's no FA, like there's FB, FC, FD, no FA. I'm not really sure why that is. I'm not really sure if everybody who is not like a Mazda nerd just like left the video. But basically, this is the third variation, the last variation of the Mazda RX-7 FD. It was sold throughout the late 90s and the early 2000s. And basically, it is powered by a two-rotor engine, rotary engine instead of a piston engine, which most of you who know about RX-7s will probably already have heard of. Basically, it's a rotary engine. In fact, if you want to see how a rotary engine works, I highly recommend you check out this video by another LEGO builder known as Akiyuki. In fact, it's a very popular video, so you've probably seen it already, but if you want to know how a rotary engine works, I recommend you go check that out. And the rotary engine is a very cool engine. It's a very different engine. It works nicely, it revs very high and sounds pretty good. The only problem with it is that it uses fuel very fast, and it's somewhat unreliable if not maintained correctly, and that's why they're not using it today. Although Mazda has actually just released a crossover that's just electric, which is powered by some sort of like backup rotary motor, so it's sort of still alive, I guess. So this particular RX-7 build was inspired by a real RX-7, which I first saw in this video by Hernet Media. This is a really crazy video, another really crazy video you should go check out. In fact, it's so good, you should probably just leave this video and go watch that one now, and then maybe come back if you're like want to see the rest of this, because that is a really good video. Midnight Run 2, and that basically is where I first saw this car. This is a real life car. It has an Instagram account, or the owner has an Instagram account, I suppose, and I'm not really gonna try and pronounce that because I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but basically that's the Instagram account. You can go follow him at the link in the description below. And basically it's a white FD on white wheels. Well, sometimes it has white wheels, and basically it looks really, really good. And that is the real life RX-7 that inspired the color scheme for this LEGO model, as well as some of the little details on it. So as you probably figured, if you watched the old RX-7 video, if you've been around the channel for a little bit, is that I had a previous RX-7. It was like a time attack one. It was all black. It looked pretty cool, although some of it wasn't, I was not really satisfied with it, like the Supra and the R34, which I've built recently, or not recently, I built the Supra and R34, so if you want to go check those out, there's tutorial videos for those. I'll link to those down below. But basically, I was pretty happy with the Supra and R34, but the RX-7, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not really sure if this is like, it could be a lot better, I think. So what I did basically is that the sides have been completely redone. The old one just had pretty like simple side designs, so these ones are also pretty simple, like the door panel and all that are improved and they look a lot better, as well as the rear. The rear is a major upgrade. The old one was pretty simple again, and this one is a major upgrade of that, as well as the rear window of the RX-7. So the RX-7, like the trunk or hatchback or whatever, I can't really remember how it opens up, but basically the rear of the RX-7 part, that rear window, okay, well, this is really taking a long time to explain. The rear window part of it is now a much improved design. I think it looks a lot better compared to the old one, which looked like this, and so that's an update. And then as for like this version, this is like what I call the stanced version, because it is stanced, as you can see with this Technic, which I have used before on a couple other cars, and it looks really cool. It doesn't roll, but I just use my models as display models, so I'm fine with it being not rolling. But if you'd like to roll, you can replace the bottom assembly with the standard Speed Champions like wheel holder part, and that way you can roll it around. Although I will release a time attack version and a standard like stock RX-7 version in the future here, for a free instruction download thing, and so I'll link to that somewhere on a future video when it comes out. So basically, let's go over some of the features of this model in particular. So it has pop-up headlights, which is something that the old model didn't have. Now, I'm not like engineering enough. I'm not enough of a brick engineering dude to actually put working pop-up headlights on this, but you can replace the parts in the hood with the pop-up headlights. I think they look pretty good. They're not exactly wide enough, but they're basically, I think they look fine. They look really kind of cool, like the real headlights on the real RX-7. And obviously, like I said, it's stanced, it's lowered with a pretty extreme negative camber, as you can see. It looks really cool. And then it actually fits too many figures on the inside, which probably isn't a surprise because the old one did, and it's entirely the same as the old one on the inside. And then, like I said, the rear window is updated, so it doesn't really do anything, but it looks a lot better. And then the whole rear has been updated. Like I said, the diffuser is basically the same. The headlight assembly, though, or not headlight, taillight assembly, looks a lot better now. And now, I guess that's basically a little overview of all the features. And so now we'll move on to the tutorial. So guys, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or need help with the build or anything like that, you can go leave a comment down below. And I suppose that's it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. You guys can follow me on Instagram and all that stuff with the link in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time.